Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have a $300 finals. So the winner of this will be winning 300 and the loser will be winning 0. And we have Pauly versus Tub as a Cutie. Also make sure to go ahead and check out Dragon Riders Games Facebook page, link down below at the very top of the description. They are the ones that host this tournament, and they host tournaments all the time, so go check them out. And then hopping right in, we are going to, who is Tub? A Cutie? Good. We're going to see Pauly win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and they will decide to go first. 60 versus 52. Opening hands, we have Red Rose, Griffin, Ogre, Red Rose, and Ash. So this does work. It also somewhat would work going second. I mean, it's a weird hand, but hey, it does something. Then they have Red Rose, right, Nib, Temple, Red Rose. Okay, so they're only playing 52. So we can't actually tell what kind of decks they're on yet. You know, like I could assume Pauly is on base and the opponent is on some type of build of base, but I'll wait to see. They're gonna go for Fleur. Red Rose, go summon out Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose effect, go search out the Basil Rose shoot. Then activate special summon back. It's kind of cool. Like this deck just plays through Nib like naturally. Go for Needle Fiber effect to go summon out from the deck, and then they'll go ahead and summon out the 001, and then they're going to get rid of those. Go for the Mechan Phantom Beast, effect, token up 001, special summon itself out. So now they cannot link summon, so you know, we're not going to see any like Dagda, Hero, Scythe Lock. Then they're going to turn those into Cupid Pitch. Okay. Effect, make it level 5, turn those into Savage. Savage, Cupid Pitch, Nib, Chain Floor to negate that. Yeah, at least it's baiting out the negate. And then they're going to go ahead and search the Amin off of that. And then pass turn, draw Draco back. So, I mean, it's not like this is good. Like, they have Savage, Ogre, Ash. I mean, you know, realistically, through Nib, this is pretty nice. But Savage, Ogre, Ash, but for like this deck, I should say, it's not that great. They draw Draco back, then they're going to go ahead. That was not a good draw. They're going to activate Temple, Banish, they let that go through, go search out right, and then activate right, they let that go. You know, if they Savage negate that, they just activate another right, and boom! We're going to go ahead, activate to try to bounce Chain. So I guess this actually wasn't a bad draw, because otherwise, you get ogred on Fateful. Like on their from their point of view, they see it as a bad draw, but from our point of view, we see the ogre on Fateful. So that's actually a pretty decent draw. Fateful, chain ogre, and then they're gonna go ahead normal summon out the Red Rose, get rid of those, go for Yazi, Red Rose to go special summon out from deck. They're thinking on that. Are they gonna ash that? They do ash that. Okay. Yo, they just played through this. Yeah. Yazi effect, go pop Savage effect, go ahead special summon out from the deck, and I'll go ahead special summon out. They're thinking. Okay. So they're playing like Tai. I was gonna say, you know, this could just be like Mare, which gets you to Needle Fiber, which like isn't the greatest, but it's getting you somewhere. But okay, yeah, they summon Tai. Tai, banish Yazi, bring out token. Then we're going to be getting rid of those. Go for Baxia, and then Baxia, Tai. So go ahead, spin back, dump the Ashina. Oh, they're even playing Ashina. Okay, so like, Ashina Vishuda are kind of cool. You know, even this deck, like this deck plays Vishuda with no other Tenyis. Just because it's a level 7 extender. Works with Red Rose good. Works decent going second versus some decks. Bridges nicely with the small world. So they're going to go ahead and put those back. And then set Baxia, pop, special summon out the Red Rose. Okay, now they're going to go ahead and go for the Needle Fiber effect. Go ahead, special summon out from deck. There is one unknown card in this hand. The Amin was searched off Cupid Pitch. But at this point, you know, if your opponent's not hand trapping you, the last hand trap has got to be like Nib. And then they would have opened up, you know, Ash, Ogre, Nib, Savage. It's like fair enough if you can't play through that going second. Go for Shooting Riser. Shooting Riser effect to go dump. That will go ahead and dump Snow. making this a level 3. Said minus. Yeah, this card can only minus. This card can't increase. Oh my. Oh, this card could increase. This card, so wild. They're going to go ahead, banish Special Summon Avashuda. Mechan Beast Tribute to pop. And then they're going to go Battle Phase, attack, getting in some pretty good damage here. Should be 47, leaving them at 33. And then 23. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. I'm just bad at math. Draw Lancia. They pass. They don't synchro off. I guess they want to synchro off during their turn. Because, like, they would have to go for Supreme there. Because they're locked in the worm. And now if they wait for the opponent's turn, they can turn these into anything they want. Like a Floor if they want to. They could also be waiting to summon back out Snow and then synchro off. Which probably isn't the case since they don't ever have enough cards to really justify that play. But they're going to go ahead and normal summon out the... Yeah, and they just admit defeat. So, going on into the next game, we are going to see Pauly be going first. Opening hands, we have Ashuda, Red Rose, Illusion of Chaos, Small World, E-Telly. Here we go. Now, this is extremely, extremely strong going first. They have Imperm, Nib, Gamma, Griffin, Gamma. Okay, while their hand is good going second, it doesn't actually do anything yet. So they're going to go Ashuda. These only match up through being darks. And then these only match up through being level 3s. It's always good to check that kind of thing. You know, I always say that. Even if, like, you're pretty sure they match, you may as well check because people mess up with this card all the time. Activate, right? Special summon out the token. Bring out Fateful. Illusion of Chaos effect. And then that will go ahead, search souls, and then put back the Illusion of Chaos, activate souls, dump for cost, and then special summon out, Fateful effect, go search the equip spell, the Draco back, and then Fateful effect, go search Griffin, discard Draco back effect to equip, Griffin the special summon out, they let this go, and then Souls effect, get rid of 2, they're going to chain Imperm on it to try to prevent the draw. And they're going to normal summon out Red Rose. And they're like, you know what? I don't need the draw. I full combo through this. I'm going to not use Griffin effect and proceed to still have an interruption. I guess, like, maybe they could Griffin normal summon Red Rose, Herald of Arclight, and just, like, do it that way too. But go for Floor, Red Rose, bring out Rocks Rose, go search out the Basil Rose Shoot. Now, this is a deck... The base deck. This deck needs a spreadsheet. There's probably already one out there. But they're going to go for the Herald of Arclight, activate, special summon back. Then they're going to get rid of those, go for Yazi, Floor effect, pop Yazi. They're actually thinking on the effect to pop. Yeah, they're going to chain Gamma, and then chain Herald of Arclight to negate. Wouldn't you want to use Floor effect to negate? I guess maybe you get rid of Herald of Arclight so that way you have more space. But do you really need the more space? And like this card helps you play around Droplet better. So then they're going to get the Yazi and Herald effect. Go search the Illusion of Chaos. Go summon out the Mare. And then up next, they're going to activate Griffin to special summon itself out. Chain Nib. Chain Floor to negate. Chain Gamma. So the Gamma and Driver will go to Graveyard. Those are going to get summoned out, pass over the token. It's like, even through all of this, they're still playing through. Because they have the E-Telly and they haven't Needle Fibered yet. Activate, pay, go search out Foxy Tune. And then they're going to get rid of those 2, go into Needle Fiber effects, summon out 001, should be in defense. Hey, there we go. Get rid of those, go for Mechan Beast, effect, token up. So... yeah, like I said, the opponent, they couldn't even stop it. I was like, oh yeah, they could stop it, but they don't have anything. But they really couldn't stop it. Go for Cupid Pitch. Also, they'll be able to like pop Griffin with Mechan Beast, so they're going to have 1 card in hand plus Nib on board, and that should not be enough. Like, no matter what they top deck, I think. Go search Spider, Mechan Beast. They pop Nib. Aren't you supposed to pop this? Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to pop that, because, like, what if they draw Red Rose here? And, like, they normal summon Red Rose, make Floor, Red Rose effect, go summon out Rocks Rose, search the spell, activate the spell, and you just, like, lose, right? Yeah. Draw Called By, and all the cards in hand are known. This was searched off Cupid, this was searched off Almond, this was searched off Herald, and they draw Called By, so they messed up, but they're not punished here. Going on into the next game now, we will go ahead and we are going to see Tubby going first, opening hands. We have 001, Temple, Basil, Rose Shoot, Souls, Ogre, so drawing 2 not great cards. At least this one is a spell to work with this. And then they have Nib, Ashina, Ogre, Long Young, Imperm. So, their deck doesn't seem as much, like, based as this deck. Seems more like, you know, SwordSoul, Tenyi, a little bit like that. Also, I had a few people ask me to stop calling this based. What else do you call this? What else do you call this? Like, do you call it Tenyi, Synchro, Hulk, Artifact, Enforcer, Souls? Like, there's too many names. Like, based is just such a good name. Such a good name. And, like, the guy who, like, you know, made the deck, you know, Nets, named it that, so, you know, you gotta pay respect. They're gonna go ahead, turn those into Needle Fiber effect, and then they're gonna go ahead and chain Ogre to that. Then they're gonna summon out Adara, get rid of that, go for Monk, Ashina, banish to go special summon out from deck, and then we'll go ahead and bring out Vishuda. Then they can Adara, banish, add back Ashina, discard that, summon out Long Young, and then bring out the token. Get rid of those, and then that will go ahead and summon out the Supreme. Yeah, Long Young burn, set Imperm, pass turn. So they have Imperm, Nib. This could do something maybe. So they're gonna activate Temple effect to banish, go search out right, and then activate right, summon out the token, go bring out Fateful effect. Yeah, they don't have anything to, like, stop the Brave token stuff, and the Brave token stuff, you know, in this kind of scenario is pretty strong. They're going to go ahead, special summon out Griffin, effect, and then that will go ahead and grab the equip spell. Then activate Draco back, try to bounce that, and then, yeah, that's going to go ahead, go through. Activate Souls, dump Illusion, special summon. They could have chained Imperm on Griffin, but they end up getting punished really hard if they have, like, a Red Rose or something there. So they're going to go ahead, Souls, get rid of 2 to draw. Draws into Veiler and Celestial. Okay, so they're going to have to normal summon out 001, turn those into this. Effect to go special summon out from deck, bring out the Red Rose, and then get rid of those, go for Floor, Red Rose, summon Rocks Rose, go search out the Red Rose. Reading Supreme. The protection is not once per turn. You can protect as many times as you want to. Go for Yazi, but it's only by card effects. So if you can beat over it, it cannot protect itself in that scenario. Yazi goes summon out. That's going to summon out Mare. Then Mare effect. They're going to go ahead and token up, effect, token up, get rid of that, go for a Link Spider, get rid of those 2, go for a Dagda. So they should have Lancia in deck here. They're not going to have Scythe because they were going second, which is fair enough. But the Lancia is still pretty nice. Then get rid of those, go for Access Code, effect, gain 2000 attack, Floor pop, Battle Phase, beat over, and then attack. Then, ooh, they actually... Yeah, they're going to go in Anaconda, but they're going to get hit with Nib Imperm. On summon, activate Nib, chain Floor to negate, chain Imperm. Which, I mean, is okay. You know, your opponent has Nib, no cards in hand. You have double Veiler, you have follow-up, you have Savage follow-up at the very minimum at this point. They draw horrible. They're going to go ahead, beat over, and then main phase 2. End phase, Lancia gets summoned because of Dagda. So bring that out, then draw. Draws into Spider. Then they're going to go main phase. Normal summon out Spider. They don't have the trapping going second also, which is, like, you know, fair enough. Effect to equip the access code. Battle phase, beat over. and then pass, drill temple. So they're gonna have to set, because they have to use the effects, savage negates, so you have to set pass. They still have a chance. Oh, yeah. That's game. Fateful, go grab Temple, discard the Celestial. Temple, special summon itself out. Normal summon, and then battle phase, beat over, you know, just to make sure, you know, most likely Token could have beat over, because, like, you know, what monster you're really setting with over 2,000 defense, but yeah, you beat over with that, you know, it's guaranteed. And then GG's. So we're going to go ahead and see the based deck win there 2-1. It was actually a pretty good match all around. I mean, you know, that game 3 wasn't like the best, but that'll happen where you end up drawing like 3 hand traps and 2 engine cards, and then you really get hurt a lot by 1 hand trap because you don't have a lot of engine cards to push through. They were still able to set up, you know, multiple interruptions through the hand trap, but you know, it just wasn't enough. So we're going to see that the match was about an hour and 15 minutes long. It definitely didn't feel like that long of a match, but they were probably thinking a lot throughout the plays. And with that being said, we're going to see Paulie win the 300, and the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.